AI. It's absolutely everywhere. Almost everything you do uses some sort of artificial intelligence. Take, for example, your phone. Pretty much everyone has these and uses them on a daily basis. In fact, I use my phone to research for this video. Quite ironic, isn't it? Before we jump to conclusion, let's go back in time. Perfect. 1940. This is when artificial intelligence was first hypothesized. It started out as a field of study from the Dartmouth Conference, where a group of researchers wanted to create machines that could replicate human intelligence. In the following years to come, AI only got stronger. But wait, not as strong as this guy, but I'd say about this guy. Yeah, that sounds good. You see, in the 1970s to 1980s, the researchers had a very tough time learning more about AI. Since this happened, all funds toward researching about AI decreased rapidly. It's like if we had $2 in the bank and tried to find the cure for cancer. It's not happening. But wait, is that the book of Megatron? Wait, no. It's Perceptron. Haha, see what I did there? Anyways, this book brought back hope to continue studying about AI. It pointed out that if they kept researching, they had a chance of finding success. The DARPA, please subscribe, thank you much. Nah, I'm just kidding. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency used all funds left to continue researching. They knew that what they were previously researching was the wrong way to go at it, so they decided to research more about specialized areas such as expert systems and knowledge-based systems. We can skip forward to the 1980s. But now, this part's kind of scary if you ask me. These researchers explored something called connectionism. Sounds confusing, but bear with me. Let's say you touch your hand to a hot pan. Your stimulus is the contact, the burning on your hand. The response is you immediately lifting your hand off of the pan. Simply, connectionism means to learn the connection between the stimulus and the response. But the scary thing I was talking about was that this occurrence used something called nodes, which replicate human brain cells. Human brains! Man, technology is wild. We've escaped from our fake brain cells, but now it's time to talk about machines. Okay, not like a steam engine, but rather a machine that could beat humans at tasks. For example, chess. A machine named IBM Deep Blue beat chess champion Gary during 1997. Since this machine beat the chess champion, it showed the scary, amazing potential of AI. The same amount of learning continued throughout the 1990s, so it's time to look at the 2000s. The availability of large datasets and being able to compute power led to learning an ungodly more about AI. What led to this was social media. Social media, as you should all know, is a place where you can share your thoughts about anything, anywhere, whenever you want. At the time of the 1980s, they only had things like newspapers, books, etc. to learn more. But now with social media, there is so much more knowledge to be explored. And it's quite ironic because the thing that helped create AI has turned into AI. The disease is spreading. The disease is spreading! Anyways, massive amounts of data and being able to compute power were used for training models on large-scale datasets. With this knowledge being used, researchers could build deep neural networks. If you're wondering what a neural network is, it is a method of processing data in the same way a human would. Simple enough, I think. With this deep neural network knowledge, crazy things can now be created. Some examples of this was that AI can now write text, like ChatGPT, create images, like DALL-E 2, and recognize and mimic speech patterns. How does this actually work, though? Let's put a bulky amount of data right here, and your end product here. First, this data has to get merged with intelligent processing algorithms. Now this data turns into a smart chunk of data. This smart chunk of data is then run through multiple tasks extremely quickly in a very short amount of time. But how does its response replicate human thinking? Well, all AI is trained by machine learning and deep learning. This means that every day more is learned about humans' thinking patterns, so they use that same knowledge to transform it into the final result. So when you ask ChatGPT a question, it responds in the most human way possible. And every day that we learn more about humans' thinking patterns, AI becomes more identical to humans. So this brings us to where we are now. AI is used everywhere. It's used in factories, healthcare, finance, vehicles, virtual assistants, facial recognition, social media, video games, maps, shopping, and the list goes on. Although AI is a great addition for our society, AI will soon take over our world.